Okay, imagine this for a second. You've got this great idea, right? Or maybe a project, something important, and you need help. Could be funding, could be just a favor, maybe influencing someone's decision. What's the first thing you think of doing?
Mm.
For a lot of us, I think it's to kind of appeal to their good side. Their kindness, maybe their sense of duty.
Yeah, that generosity angle.
Exactly. We might talk about our struggles, really lay on the sincerity, and just cross our fingers hoping empathy does the heavy
It
lifting.
feels so natural, doesn't it?
Hmm.
Like, that's the decent way to ask. Trust in people being good. But here's the fascinating bit. While it feels right, relying just on that, on moral obligation, it's actually, well, it's a pretty risky bet.
Risky how?
Because people fundamentally are just far more consistently wired to act on what benefits them,
Yeah.
much more than acting out of a pure, selfless urge to help you out.
Right. And that's the core idea, the sort of counterintuitive truth we're really going to get into today on the Apex mindset. We want to unpack why tapping into someone's self-interest just works better, more consistently than simply, asking for mercy or relying on kindness alone.
Hmm.
Our goal here is to shed light on this principle and, more importantly, show you how you might apply it effectively in your own situations. It could change how you approach things.
Definitely some aha moments ahead, I think.
Okay, so let's dig into that first part. Why does leaning only on compassion or pity often fall short? It feels good, appealing to someone's noble side, but the reality check can be harsh.
It really can. You've hit on something crucial there. See, at a basic level, our brains are kind of wired for, well, benefit maximization and loss avoidance,
Hmm.
survival, optimization, that sort of thing.
So it's not necessarily cynical, it's just pragmatic wiring.
Exactly. It's not a judgment on human nature. It's just observing how decisions get made. Even actions that look totally selfless. Pure altruism.
Mm.
Often there are underlying drivers. Maybe it's social recognition. Maybe it's feeling good about yourself. Maybe even a subconscious expectation that they'll owe you one later.
Reciprocity.
Right. The key isn't to be cynical about it, but to understand it. When you work with that basic human drive, rather than trying to fight it or ignore it, your approach just becomes way more effective.
And not manipulative, necessarily.
Not necessarily, no. It's about alignment, understanding what motivates the other person and finding common ground.
Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting. Why does focusing on their game change the game so much? You mentioned a few reasons. The first one was predictability.
Predictability, yes. Think about emotions,
Yeah.
compassion, pity, guilt. They're powerful, sure, but they're also incredibly fickle, aren't they?
Yeah, they can change hour to hour, bad mood, stress.
Exactly what someone had for breakfast, like you said. But self-interest, the desire to gain something or avoid losing something, that's remarkably stable. It's a much more consistent motivator.
So if someone sees clearly how helping you actually helps them achieve their goals.
They're just far more likely to act and act reliably. It's a lever you can actually count on, more or less.
And that ties into the second point, the whole ROI idea, return on investment.
Precisely. People inherently think about their resources, time, effort, money, even just mental bandwidth. They're limited.
We all are.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you can clearly show how your success translates into a benefit for them, maybe it's profit, maybe it's increased status, maybe solves a problem they have, maybe it's just mutual growth. You're not asking for charity anymore. You're proposing a smart investment of their resources.
Framing it as an opportunity for them.
Exactly. They see a tangible upside for getting involved. It becomes a logical, intelligent choice from their perspective.
And the third point, which I think is really important, is avoiding that feeling of resistance.
Yes. Nobody likes feeling pressured or guilt-tripped into helping someone. It just feels icky.
It really does. It can make you uncomfortable, maybe even resentful.
Totally. An appeal based purely on pity can sometimes put the other person in this awkward position of power, looking down on you, the supplicant.
Which actually weakens your standing in the long run.
It absolutely can damage your influence and even your dignity. But when you offer a clear benefit, they feel empowered. They choose to engage because it aligns with their agenda.
They own the decision.
Right. It's their choice, made freely, not something they felt cornered into. That makes all the difference.
Okay, let's make this concrete. History is full of examples. Let's talk about Michelangelo. A true genius, but even geniuses need support, right? Especially early on in Florence, trying to get noticed by the big dogs, the Medici family.
Mm-hmm. The ultimate patrons. Now think about how many artists back then, in Michelangelo's position, might have approached them.
Probably with a lot of humility, maybe emphasizing their amazing talent or, how broke they were.
Exactly. Pleading based on skill or need. But Michelangelo. He seemed to have this incredible intuition about what the Medici really wanted. It wasn't just nice statues or paintings to hang on the wall. They craved something much bigger.
Legacy.
Influence. Legacy, influence, a kind of immortality even. They wanted their name to echo through history, associated with greatness. And art, especially magnificent art, was a vehicle for that.
So how did he use that understanding? How did he actually get their backing?
Well, he didn't go in begging. Instead, he positioned himself, maybe not explicitly in words all the time, but through his work and potential, as someone absolutely essential to their grand ambitions.
Ah, not just an artist, but an architect of their glory.
Precisely. His art wasn't just about his own genius. It was a strategic asset for the Medici. Think about the Medici Chapel, those incredibly elaborate tombs.
Monuments, really.
Exactly. Internal monuments that didn't just house their remains, but glorified their family name, made them look timeless, powerful, almost divine. His work made them look legendary.
So they weren't funding him just out of kindness.
Not primarily, no. They supported him. They invested heavily in him because he delivered something that directly served their deepest desire. A magnificent, enduring legacy. He made them look like gods.
That's a powerful lesson. Don't just appeal to fleeting feelings like pity.
Appeal to their ambition, their desire for greatness, for impact, for whatever their version of legacy is. Align yourself with that. Make supporting you the smart, compelling choice for them.
Okay, now let's flip the coin. A cautionary tale. What happens when you ignore this principle completely? Let's jump to 14th century Italy, Lucca, and a leader named Castruccio Castracani, apparently quite ruthless.
Oh yes, Castruccio was a master of power politics, known for his ambition and, frankly, his brutality when necessary. Now, there was this family, the Poggios. They'd actually been quite helpful in Castruccio's rise to power earlier on.
So there was some history there. Some goodwill, maybe?
You'd think so. But with someone like Castruccio, past favors often count for very little compared to present and future interests. His gratitude, if any, had a very short shelf life once he was on top.
Right. So what happened? How did the Poggios get into trouble?
Well, this situation really highlights the danger of misreading a powerful figure. In 1325, while Castruccio was off fighting Florence, a rebellion broke out back in Lucca. And guess who was involved? Some of the younger, maybe more reckless members of the Poggio family?
Ah, not good.
Not good at all. Now, Stefano de Poggio, a respected elder of the family who had actually opposed the rebellion, he stepped in. He helped calm things down, restore order in the city.
Okay, so he did the right thing. He helped Castruccio, technically.
He certainly thought so. And based on that, Stefano went to Castruccio when he returned. He genuinely believed Castruccio would be grateful for his help in stopping the revolt and also mindful of the family's past support.
So he appealed to, what? Mercy, gratitude.
Mercy, justice, past loyalty. He explained the rebels were just young and foolish, so they'd already laid down their arms. He argued that pardoning them was the just and honorable thing to do. He basically appealed to Castruccio's better nature and reminded him of old debts.
And how did Castruccio react?
Outwardly, very calmly, patiently. He listened, didn't seem angry at all. He even reassured Stefano, saying things like, "Justice will prevail," and "I'm glad for this chance to show my clemency." He invited the entire Poggio family to the palace to sort things out.
Oh boy, I have a bad feeling about this.
You should. The Poggios, including Stefano, showed up expecting forgiveness.
Yeah.
Maybe a stern lecture, but ultimately a pardon.
And instead...
Instead, Castruccio had them all arrested on the spot. Every single one.
Yeah.
Imprisoned.
Yeah.
And a few days later, executed. All of them.
Wow. Just ruthless.
Utterly.
So Stefano's mistake was fatal. He just completely misjudged Castruccio.
Totally. He brought appeals to justice, honor, and past favors to a man who operated only on the currency of power and self-interest. He fundamentally misunderstood his audience.
He didn't offer Castruccio anything useful in the present.
Precisely. Nothing of current or future value that aligned with Castruccio's relentless ambition. Think about what he could have offered.
Like what?
Yeah.
Money, support.
Maybe a huge sum of money. Maybe guarantees of unwavering future political backing. Maybe leveraging the Poggio's connections with other powerful families. Maybe even proposing a strategic marriage to solidify Castruccio's power base.
Things Castruccio would actually value.
Exactly. Things that served Castruccio's interests moving forward. Instead, Stefano brought up past debts, which, for someone like Castruccio, are often seen as burdens you'd rather forget, and moral arguments. irrelevant to a pure pragmatist focused on consolidating power.
So Castruccio just eliminated the obligation by eliminating the Poggios.
Clean slate.
Problem solved.
From his cold, calculating perspective, a chilling lesson in appealing to the wrong motivations.
Okay, so these are dramatic historical examples, but what does this mean for, us in our everyday lives? This isn't just about dukes and artists centuries ago.
Not at all. This principle is incredibly relevant, constantly at play. Think about business, leadership, even just networking or personal relationships.
Give me some examples, like pitching investors.
Right. Don't just talk about how passionate you are or how much you need the money. Focus squarely on their potential return, the market opportunity for them, the problem your idea solves for their portfolio. Show them the ROI.
Okay. And leading a team, asking them to go the extra mile.
Same logic. Don't just emphasize the deadline pressure. Connect their extra effort to things they care about. How does this project boost their skills? How does it lead to recognition for them? How does it contribute to a team win that benefits everyone, including their career path?
Make it about their growth or reward, too.
Exactly. And networking. When you meet someone influential, don't just immediately ask for a favor or mentorship. Think, what can you offer them?
Offer them something first.
Or at least frame the potential relationship as mutually beneficial. Maybe you have unique insights in an area they're interested in. Maybe you can offer assistance on something. Maybe you can provide visibility for their work. Helping you feel like a smart connection for them, not just you asking for a handout.
That makes a lot of sense. But how do you do this well, wisely, ethically? You don't want to come across as purely transactional or, fake.
That's a really important point. It's not about manipulation. It's about genuine alignment and respect. First step, do your homework. Really try to understand the other person. What are their goals? What pressures are they under? What do they actually desire or value? What keeps them up at night?
Tailor your approach.
Yes, tailor your request so it speaks directly to their world, their interests. It shows you've actually thought about them, not just yourself.
Okay, research first, then what?
Then, frame the exchange carefully. Use language that positions your need as a mutual opportunity. The underlying message, whether you say it directly or not, should be clear. Here's the value proposition for you.
Shift it from a request to a proposal.
Exactly. It's about making it an attractive proposition, not an obligation.
And definitely avoid the emotional guilt trip, right?
Absolutely. Resist that temptation to overplay your struggles or make them feel sorry for you. It can seriously backfire. Respect their intelligence and their autonomy. Let them choose to help because the incentive you've presented genuinely appeals to them. You want them engaged because they want to be, not because they feel obligated.
Makes the yes much more solid.
Much more solid and builds a better foundation.
Which leads to the next point, maybe. Always think win-win.
Always. Even if your ask is bigger than what you can immediately offer back, strive to make the upside for them clear, appealing, and valuable in their terms. This isn't about keeping perfect score, but about fostering relationships where people know that collaborating with you tends to lead to positive outcomes for them too.
Builds trust over time.
Exactly. It moves beyond a single transaction towards a potentially long-term alliance.
And finally, you mentioned presentation, packaged professionally.
Yes. How you show up matters. The more prepared, polished, and confident you seem, the more the other person sees you as a potential asset, someone capable, rather than a liability or just another problem they have to deal with.
Project's competence.
It signals that you're serious, you've thought things through, and you're likely someone worth investing in, whether that investment is time, resources, or influence. Look, understanding this aspect of human motivation isn't about being cynical. It's just about being clear-eyed and, frankly, more effective. Compassion and kindness are wonderful. They can create goodwill, absolutely. But for building reliable, lasting alliances and getting dependable support, appealing to mutual self-interest is usually the stronger foundation.
So if you really want help from your boss, from investors, clients, even friends sometimes,
Give them a reason that excites them. Offer them a benefit that resonates with their goals and desires. Don't just rely on a plea that makes them feel sympathetic.
because at the end of the day, the most reliable path to getting what you need is often making it clearly in their best interest to help you get it.
That's the essence of it.
That wraps it up for this Apex Mindset. If you found this conversation useful, maybe learn something new you can apply, do us a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more.
We'd appreciate it.